Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I will be making a chicken and chorizo bake. If you're interested in how I make this yummy winter warmer, please stay tuned. We are going to start off with our chicken, chorizo, our onions that have been sliced, and our potatoes. We also have an orange, oregano, salt, as well as some pepper. Now to start us off, guys, we are going to put our chicken in a baking tray that has some oil. As you can see, I'm rolling the chicken in the oil so that as it bakes, it can get some nice color to it. In my house, we love skinless chicken breasts, but if you like thighs, whatever you like, use what you like. After putting our chicken into our roasting pan, we're going to add our baby potatoes. As you'll see that my baby potatoes are cut in half, and that is so that they can absorb all the flavors that are going to be in the pan. So I will put them cut side down so that as they bake, they'll pick up all those beautiful flavors that are going to be in the pan. I kept the skin on, guys, specifically because as they cook, they become soft, and the last thing you want is for your potatoes to disintegrate. But also, as they roast, those skins are going to get nice and crispy, so it's a texture thing, so I keep them on. If you don't have baby potatoes, regular potatoes cut into quarters will do just fine, trust me. Now, after putting in all my potatoes, I'm going to take half of my chorizo and I'm going to throw it in the pan. As you can see, mine chorizo was actually sliced, and then those slices were cut into halves. So that's how I cut my chorizo. I'm going to drop it in there, and then I'm going to grab my onions and I am going to sprinkle them in there as well, making sure that I have an even layer. Now, going back to the chorizo, guys, if you are looking for it, I've seen it in many shops. I've seen it at Pick and Pay, Woolies, Checkers, as well as Fruit and Veg. Most of them are actually in the cold cut section, so you should find it there. Now, after adding my last bit of onions, I am going to add that last bit of chorizo. The reason I do this, guys, is so that the onions can also get that paprika and all those beautiful spices that the chorizo has. So I'm going to throw that in there, and I'm going to do a little quick cleanup. While doing that, guys, I'm going to tell you why I love this recipe. Honestly, it's so quick to do. You just put everything in the pan, put that in the oven, and let it do all the work. You can catch up with your family. You can watch a show you want, Now I am going to grind in some salt. Now, I'm going to be very generous with the salt because the chicken is raw, therefore it has no salt or any seasoning to it. And so the potatoes are also raw, also no salt and seasoning. So be generous with your seasoning, but don't go crazy. We want flavor, not high blood pressure. All right. So in this case, I think I used about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now I'm going to do the very same thing with pepper. I'm going to be very generous with it, but don't go crazy because pepper can be aggressive and it can actually throw the balance of flavors right off. Just a bit too much and you've lost it. So what I think I added here was about 1 teaspoon. I will have all the ingredients and the measurements and all the instructions and the whole recipe in the description box below. Now I am going to add my oregano. I'm going to sprinkle that all over, making sure that I get it in as much space as possible. In this case, I think I use about 2 teaspoons of oregano. We love oregano, so we use a lot of it. Now we are going to add our orange zest. I'm going to come in with my microplane and I'm going to start zesting the orange. I'm going for the top part of the skin where it's got those beautiful oils and the flavor of the orange. Don't go to the white part underneath. That is very, very bitter and it's going to give your food a horrible taste. So try get as much of that of the orange zest as possible. Not the white, please, not the white, guys. So as you can see, I'm zesting and I'm pounding. And I keep checking my orange to make sure that I'm not getting that white part. I'm pounding on the grater so that the zest can fall in there, because obviously it has oil, so it does stick. So I need to make sure that it goes into the pan. Now after, I'm going to remove that last bit of zest and try to sprinkle it in, even though it's stuck to my fingers like crazy. Off camera, guys, I actually realized I actually needed more orange because it wasn't enough for how we like it in my house. So I did zest another orange into the pan. So essentially, use 2 oranges. Now, after that, we are going to add the juice of 2 oranges. The reason being, honestly, let's be fair, like I'm making a chicken breast, right? So if I don't add any cooking liquid, it is going to be dry and my potatoes are going to be tough. We want them to be soft, and that requires liquid. And we've already got the orange zest, so we might as well add the orange juice. And the paprika and those spices that are in the chorizo are going to come into the dish as well, and they're going to just work beautifully together. Trust me, the balance is going to be amazing. This is my family's favorite recipe in winter because 1, we love potatoes in winter, and 2, oranges are in season, so it's not that expensive to make, you know. Honestly, the one thing you're going to have to go look for specifically is chorizo, unless if you don't have chicken as well, then yeah, but other stuff you should have in your house. So now after adding my orange juice, I'm going to make sure that everything is in the pan properly before covering it with a foil. I'm going to make sure that I seal that pan, making sure there's no bit of air where the steam or space where the steam can come out. Nothing whatsoever. Make sure that you like close it close, like Fort Knox, you know. So I'm going to make sure that I close it and make sure that nothing comes out of there. And then I'm going to put it in the oven at 180 degrees. I'm going to keep checking this until the potatoes are so soft. Sometimes it could take 20 minutes, sometimes it could take 45 minutes. Just keep checking and making sure that it's soft. Halfway of baking, if it was 45 minutes, I then take off the foil and I let it rest for the next 15 minutes without the foil. That gives it that beautiful color that you see there. Guys, please try it out and let me know how this recipe tastes. With that being said, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip side with a new recipe. Ciao. Bye.